Hello and welcome to Business ABC with Amar Mirza. I'm your host and delighted to be here showcasing all of the benefits, the values, and I'm going to give you advice and guidance on how to start a business, scale a business, and if you just want to talk business, I'm here to help. So, a little bit about me. I was born in Newcastle upon Tyne in the UK, and my late parents, God bless their souls, had come here in the early 60s. And my father was a teacher, and my mum, she was also qualified to teach, but actually decided to sew. And growing up here in the northeast in Newcastle was a very interesting place, because at the time it was all white. There wasn't that many Asian individuals, and I had a number of brothers and sisters, so there was a bit of competition in the household. Anyway, a little bit about me and my professional experience and expertise. I established Asian Business Connections, a not-for-profit social enterprise, in 2009. And the vision and the aim of that was to connect, support, and promote the Asian and wider communities. So prior to that, when I finished my education in 1990s, I went to London and got a job there in the civil service, working for the British Council. And not only did I work for them as an evaluation officer, I also had a job in the night time. In the evening, I worked in the Canon Ionic Cinema. And why was that? Because as an Asian, we're really entrepreneurial, and my parents had instilled in me this work ethic of work hard and work as hard as you can to make a difference. So I was there for a year, and I missed my mum's roti, and I missed my home here in Newcastle. So after a year, I gave up both of those jobs, had a great experience working for the civil service, and came back here to Newcastle. And then I started working in a call centre and got a job in a call centre and worked my way up in the call centre. So went from being a temporary worker to being a manager in the call centre, and then moved into IT because I was really interested in technology. And in the 90s was when technology was moving at quite some pace, but you still had to understand every element of technology. So I enjoyed that and became involved in innovation. What is innovation? Well, innovation simply is how to fix things or make them better. And what did I do? Some of the activities, some of the projects I was involved with were some of the best projects happening here in the UK. So I built data centers, a data center within technology that was bomb-proof. It was next door to the National Crime Agency's data center. And from there, we delivered and developed a whole range of additional projects, all involved in technology, innovation. I was involved, believe it or not, in the rollout of the internet, the residential internet within the UK. Round about 1996 is when it was opened up. And I remember the first part of the technology in the internet was where you had to plug it into a telephone line and hear all these screeches and whatever else, and it took so long to download anything and upload something. Now we're so benefited by technology and the advances. So I was there in my corporate career for 10 years. I won numerous awards, was recognized by all of my peers, by my supervisors, by the organization leaders. And after 10 years, I got a bit tired of moving around the country. I was flying to London every week. I was driving down to Liverpool every other week. And all of this time got really tired. And the industry had changed. So I wanted to do something. And plus, I wanted to work for myself. So in 20 years ago, I started my own consultancy, supporting other people. I ran a property company. I took a small share and took that company from 3 to 30 million pounds in 18 months. So in 18 months, I took that company from being worth 3 million to just under 30 million. And I only had a small share of that company. So I thought, why am I making somebody else all of this money? And I then went and set up on my own. After that, I developed a property portfolio where I have a range of properties and commercial, residential, done lots of developments. But I missed that consultancy, I missed that technology, that innovation side of things. So I then started developing lots of different programs, supporting lots of companies here in the Northeast. And it was after that point when lots of Asian people were coming to me saying, what about support for us? Because none of the traditional support was accessed by them. So I went to local government in 2009 and said, look, there's a need for an Asian supported organization to help Asian people, to help Asian businesses. And in 2009, we set it up as a not-for-profit social enterprise. A few of my friends and people that I knew, acquaintances, came together. And since 2009, up until now, 15 years, Asian Business Connections has become the foremost representative body for Asians and Asian business owners. But in parallel to that, I've invested in, developed a number of businesses and supported the local economy. And throughout that time, I've been recognized by Her Majesty the Queen, the late Queen. I was the first and youngest Asian to be appointed a CBE, a Commander of the British Empire. That was the first person in the Northeast of Pakistani descent and an Asian who was born here to be awarded this. This is one of the foremost titles. The next stage of that is to be knighted. So I'm one below that. At the time when I got the call to say, we're thinking about giving you this nomination, I hadn't even heard of what a CBE was. OBEs, MBEs, these were common things. So, personal accolades, professional accolades. Why do I do what I do? Because I want to make a difference. I want to add value. I want to see future generations do as well as they can. So we're here to inspire you. So I want to explain why I'm doing this program, why it's important to me, and why I'm hoping that you're going to get some value from it. My friends at South Asia Global had invited me to consider the channel, this great opportunity to help connect with Pakistan. And when they mentioned Pakistan, and obviously being friends, how could I refuse? Especially given how busy I am, how many priorities I have, how many interests I have. But the one thing that I was so keen to do, and inshallah we can do it through this medium, is connect with our Pakistani fellow individuals. But more importantly, future generations, those that we can help inspire. And by this show, share with you not only my successes, but equally my lessons learned. Where didn't things go as good as they could or should have? So I'm going to give you shortcuts. And this is why Business ABC with Amar Mirza is going to help you achieve and realize your ambitions and raise your aspirations. We want everybody to succeed. And through this, we're going to help you realize how you can. So, what are we hoping from the show? Well, I want to tell you some of my personal stories. I want to tell you some of the pain that I've experienced, but more critically, the gain that I've realized. And where people talk about money, one of the things that I regularly say is there's usually people sat here saying it's not about money. or it's not about the money. And normally those people who are sat here or on a stage or on a pedestal, wherever they are, they have enough money so they don't have to worry about. Fikr nahi hai unko, basically. So they don't worry about money at all. And because they don't worry about money, they then are able to do everything that they want to do. They can give up their time. Let me tell you, that actually money gives you options. Money is really important. And when you have no khana, when you have no food, when you can't go somewhere, when you can't do something, it's the money that you work for that gives you the options. Now, it is right to say it's not all about the money. And life shouldn't be all about the money, because the way we're born, the way we die is exactly the same. But it's what happens in the middle, right? And money gives you options. So I'm going to help you develop your ideas, take your ideas and develop them into businesses, explore those ideas, and I'm hoping that we can have a conversation. So I will support you wherever I can, and we're having a conversation, right? So reach out, because we have such a vast number of investments. Let me tell you this, whilst I'm talking about money, there isn't a lack of money. There is a lack of availability and understanding how to get it, how to access it. We have a bank of investors. I invest personally in businesses all of the time. And there are so many similar people who are keen to access good ideas. So send an email, share your ideas, tell me how you're going to work hard to make it a success, and I will give you the right path, the guidance, the advice, the support. And wherever I can, I will equally help develop your business plan live through this medium, through our channel, happening right here with South Asia Global. And through this advice and guidance, we'll give you factual statements, where to access additional information, how to access that information, and I'll run through a range of processes and mechanisms that are the best in the world. So I've studied business. I'm a fellow of the Institute of Entrepreneurship and Enterprise. I have an MBA where I got one of the top grades. So not only have I got the academic qualifications, I have the life experience. There's nothing more valuable than being able to say, I have supported 12,500 SMEs. I run the SME Centre of Excellence. We're the first Centre of Excellence to be accredited by the Institute of Entrepreneurship and Enterprise. So I want to share this with you through this channel. So please reach out. What am I going to be doing every single week? So each week, I'm going to share personal and professional experience and expertise, and we're going to choose a topic that's going to bring you the most value. And not only are we going to talk through the academic or the theoretical side of things, i.e. step 1, step 2, step 3, we're going to take you through a bit by bit planned process, which is important. But more critically, what you're going to get from me is all of that personal experience, that street smart, that, how did I do it in a live environment? Because you can read a book 1,000 times, right? But when you go and try and apply that, it is always very different. The environment is different. The timing is different. Have you been able to put into practice what you've learned? And the only way you can do that is through this shared learning. How and who has been the most influential in your life? Well, they've told you stories. They've not only told you stories, they've took you, they've guided you. So I'm going to be your North Star. I'm going to be your guiding light on how you too can be successful in business, in life, personally and professionally. And we're not going to hide anything. There isn't anything that we're not going to talk about, because everything in life influences you and how you succeed or not. So if you believe you can, or if you believe you cannot, you are normally right. So those barriers, what's stopping you from realizing your success? What's stopping you from becoming the best you can? What's stopping you from starting your business? I'm here to help you, and I'm keen to see you succeed. And for me, unless you can see it, you cannot be it. So that's why I'm sharing my story right here, only on South Asia Global. And every single week, we're going to get under the skin of a particular topic and reach out. Please reach out, because I'm here to help. And next week's topic is all around ideation. So where do you get a business idea from? How are you going to explore it? How are you going to exploit it? How do we make sure that your business is desirable, feasible, and viable? Because it's only when you have those three components will it be successful. And I'm here to help. Looking forward to it and delighted that I'm on this journey with you, only on South Asia Global.